Please come to us. Please come to us, gods. Please buff some of the monsters that I 6-starred. Please come to us, buff some of the monsters that I 6-starred. What's up, everybody? We're gonna take a look at... I know you guys can barely see it. Trust me, I can barely see it too. But we're gonna take a look at some of the... So on some devices, it's like unreadable. I don't know why they made it so small. But we're gonna take a look at the monster balancing that's going to happen soon. We'll see. I don't know if I saw when it was gonna actually take place. But we're gonna see... what's going on with this monster balancing. Monster balancing, if you guys are new, just means some monsters get stronger, some monsters get nerfed, but they usually don't get nerfed, they usually get stronger. Okay, so we'll see what kind of fun stuff they have here. Again, I'm sorry that it's so small, it's hard to read, but I will read it to you. Once upon a time, Comtois decided to buff the Magic Knights. Alright, so we have Water, Fire, Wind, Light, Dark, Blade, Surge, damage increased by 33%. That's huge! And then the Fire, Wind, and Light one's Magic Surge is increased by 11. The Blade Surge is increased by 33%. It's massive. That just means that's good for you early players that 6-starred the Magic Knight first as your farmer. He's gonna be a better farmer now. Then we have Water Magic Knight, Retrieve Magic, cooldown reduced by 1 turn, and even better for a monster everyone has. HP absorption effect increased from 30% to 50%. HP absorption? Okay, Retrieve Magic, right. Retrieve, I was thinking the Dark one's third skill. I was like, what? No, this is the Water one. Okay, but Retrieve, it's been a while since I used the Water one, right? Okay. So, extra HP absorption and cooldown reduced. It just means it's going to be a better farmer for those of you that 6-starred her. We have the Water Desert Queen Private Invitation, cooldown reduced by 1 turn for actually all the Water, the Wind, and the Light Desert Queens. Did you really need to make the Light Desert Queen better? Really? Really? Oh my god. Just sure, make the light one better, because the light one wasn't already OP enough. Alright, so we have the Anubis Pure Soul, damage increased by 11%. The Anubises, I think, need, oh, so they're all buffed, okay. Good, because I think they needed a buff. Pure Soul is increased by 11%, Brand of Hell increased by 11% on the Water, Wind, and Light ones. The Fire and Dark ones, Soul Devourer, damage increased by 20% and cooldown reduced 1 turn. Okay. Save your passive on the Fire one. Shield duration increased from 1 to 2 turns. That's nice. Shield damage absorption increased by 55%. Is that 55%? Hold on. Yeah, it's really hard. I'm looking directly at the screen and I can't even see it. Like, it's right in front of my face. Time to get your glasses, Jew-Bagel. No, it's just so, it's too small. It's way too small. So it's shield absorption is increased by some percent that I can't really see. Anubis Dark, Deadly Wrath, damage increased by 25%. Not that many people have that anyway. Is that that's a nat 5, right? Fire Horus, Strategic Prevention, cooldown reduced by 1 turn. Okay. Mummy, Mummy Touch of Corruption, damage increased by 21%. For their first skill. Smother, damage increased by 15%. Okay. And the Light Mummy, cooldown Soul Division. Soul Division is the revive, right? So cooldown reduced by 1 turn on the revive. I don't know what it is after you skill that up though. All the Cowgirls, Crossfire, chance to cause harmful effects increased from 20 to 30%. That's really nice for all the people that are having trouble with Necropolis B10. And did the Water Cowgirl. So, very, very nice. It's going to be just that little extra touch nicer to get a little tiny bit more success rate on your Necropolis B10 team. Or whatever Necropolis you're running with the Water one, or if you did another Cowgirl for Necropolis. That's nice. That's very nice. Okay, so where are we? We are Wind Howl, attack heal, damage increased by 10%. Who's excited about that? Not me. Mystic Witch Fire, spell of removal, minimum recovery amount increased from 10 to 15%. I use her on my Asia account, so that's okay. I don't think that's gonna really be a deal breaker, make people want to 6-star her, but I use her on my Asia account for dragons, and that's just a little bit a little bit better, but nothing to write home about. Salamander, stomp damage based on attack power and defense instead of attack power only. All the salamanders are now going to scale based on defense. That's really great for people that are using the salamanders in the front row for raids, since now the damage is scaled on defense, and if they want to put defense on the salamander, to put it in the front row since it can't get stunned. Okay, and we know a couple people are doing that now too. Stomp for fire, light, and water, and then the other ones have their damage scaled as well for their other skills. We have Yeti, heavy slash, damage increased by bleh, don't care. Dark Yeti, don't care, damage increased just a couple percent for a couple of the harpoos as well. Damage increased. Chance to decrease. Okay, so the Dark Harpoo, now we have Violent Friends, chance to decrease defense increased by from 20 to 30%, it looks like. It's so small. Okay. How many people are building Dark Harpoo though? A couple. One of my guildmates. Tanker, set your Dark Harpoo to your rep so we can spotlight it. You can see if that defense break really does make it OP for Necropolis. I don't think it's gonna make too big of a deal, but it's, well, for Necropolis anyway. I mean, it's mainly to take that shield off, but we'll see. Might be, it's better if you use her for if you're using her as your single target nuker, but I don't see many people doing that anyway. Water, Ice Volcano, Water Phoenix, Sigmaris, damage increased by 9% for Ice Volcano. That's not bad. There's a lot of people that have Sigmaris. A lot of people built Sigmaris, so that's nice. Only 9%, but it wasn't really unbalanced anyway. So, all the assassins expose weakness, chance to defense, decrease defense has been increased. It looks like from 25 to 50. I don't know if that says 30 or 50. 50 though is nice. Increased chance to defense break from 25 to 50 is very, very nice. Death Verdict damage increased by 15% on the water, fire, and light assassin, which is nice. I think the wind one and the dark one are already really, really good. Water Blade Dance of the Reaper, attack speed requirement to increase the number of effects has been lowered. Good, so now we can finally get those 7 hits with the water one. It was really hard to get 7 hits with her before. It really, really was. Sky Dancer Light, yeah, we all have that one. Change Vitality Recovery amount increased from 25 to 50. Is that 50? Is that 50 or 30? I can't see. If it's 50, then yum. Yum, like a cupcake. Dragon Knight, Dark Dragon Knight, Eye for an Eye. Attack bar increase effect increased from 10% to 20%. Basically just cancels out Vertiheal. Basically just cancels out, just straight up cancels out Vertiheal. And I think that's really, really cool. I was having a discussion with, oh man, this is lagging. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm at a total different place than the screen is. It doesn't matter, you guys can't read it anyway. The attack bar increase effect, I'm actually over here. This is what I'm reading. Yeah, because one of my friends, one of my guildmates just pulled it. I was like, oh my god, you monkey taco with your damn dark Nat 5. Seriously? Monkey taco. And he was like, yeah, but Vertiheal is still better. Now, this legit just cancels out Vertiheal. Just cancels out, just take it into a Vertiheal team, and you're fine. You're fine. They don't get all these turn advantages. You just cancel out what he does. So, good. I think that was, I think he will agree that that was very necessary. Alright, now we have the skills of some monsters have changed. Wind Vagabond / Wind. Instead of increasing the crit rate by 30%, the skill will now provoke for 1 turn with a 100% chance. Was that his second skill? / Wind. So, like, the same as the Dark Vagabond? I haven't looked at the Wind Vagabond in a little while, so I don't really remember. Then we have the Anubis, Water Anubis. Additional effect, killing an enemy will grant you soul protection for 2 turns. Okay. So when you kill an enemy, what is it when, with the water one, when you kill an enemy, they can't be revived, and when you kill an enemy, also you can't be killed for 2 turns. That's nice. I think the Anubis is needed to be buffed. I also have the water Anubis, so yeah. We have Cowgirl, Water, Fire, and Dark defeat Wild Dog. Additional effect, crit will increase the attack bar by 10%. And we had... She was, defeat Wild Dog. Which one was that? Either way, increasing the attack bar is nice. But is that not going to work in Necropolis? Since, the Necropolis boss cancels out attack bar increase skills. Then when the Wind Cowgirl Whirlwind shot, instead of increasing the crit rate by 50%, the skill will now decrease the target's attack bar by 15% with critical hits. Oh man, I was looking at her, I was like, I liked the crit rate increase on the last skill, because this is about the last skill for the Wind Cowgirl. Decrease target's attack bar by 15% with critical hits. How many times does it... Wait a second, how many times does that hit? Hold on, let's take a look. Wind Cowgirl. What? No. What? Stop. Really? Why is it not popping up? That's weird. So it hits 3 times, so that's an AoE attack gauge decrease by 45% when you crit. So I think instead of having rage, well, basically rage whatever, since you really didn't need the blade, since it already buffs the, it used to buff the crit rate by 50% for that attack. Instead of having that, instead of having rage with crit damage on slot 4, I think the build would be totally different. Is now what you do, like a 2-set of focus, and you do like crit rate on slot 4 and use her as, you know, a utility monster instead of a damage monster. I don't know how much her damage... I guess her damage seems to be... looks like it's not that much. I don't know. So, mixed up monster, totally different use, actually. That's weird. But yeah, that could actually be good for I think maybe even violent. Maybe even violent with like speed, crit rate, focus, or speed. Well, you need some HP on there though, and use her for TOA. The Wind Cowgirl. That makes her a totally different monster. Now she's a totally different monster. Okay, we have the Dark Nine-Tailed Fox Nightmare. Stun effect applied with critical hits will now be a guaranteed stun, which is nice. Fire Sea Emperor, Rain of Stones, additional effect. Your attack bar will be increased for 25% for each stun target. Nice for everyone that has a Fire Sea Emperor. Attack gauge increase every time you stun, and that hits so much. You're basically, that's a violent proc by the over there. Okay, Water Dragonite Chow, Torrent. This is Torrent Arrow Justice. Before Torrent, the damage of this attack increases your HP drops. If your HP is below 30%, enemy's defense is ignored. Change to Justice, channels Burning Rage to inflict great damage to an enemy. Damage increases according to the number of dead allies. Okay, so they changed it to the other Dragonite skill. And you have Flow Passive, additional effect increases the damage according to current HP. Okay. Wow, everyone's Chow's got... Tub, I know you're watching this. Your 3 or 4 Chows just got totally changed. Totally changed. How do you feel about this, Tub? Undine, Water Undine. Yeah, that's just they totally changed Chow. Wow. They gave him an additional effect, but also he doesn't have any ignore defense. Okay. Let's see. Water Undine, Aqua Frenzy, 50% chance to increase the target's chance to land a glancing hit for 2 turns. Okay. Okay, that's a fusion monster, so everyone can still get that, and they made it better. Fire Undine, Disturb HP recovery for 2 turns. AoE Disturb HP. So basically now she's kind of a mini Kumar. I already like the Fire Undine. Now she's even like a mini Kumar. A mini Fire Beast Monk. Dark Undine, Dark Frenzy. 50% chance to decrease target's attack bar by 30%. Nice. Ooh, she'd be even better for TOA now. Alright, then we have the Taoist. Oh, looks like a lot of Taoist changes. Fake attack, instead of increasing critical rate, skill will now decrease target's attack power for 1 turn. If the attack lands a critical hit, it will additionally increase the target's chances of landing a glancing hit for 1 turn. Hold up. Now Wuchi is even better for TOA. Instead of just doing more damage, and he wasn't ever ruined for attack. No one ruins him for attack. I mean, some people might, but He's usually not ruined for attack. Like 95% of the time, he's not ruined for attack. So decreasing attack power and increases chances of landing a glancing hit makes him even better for TOA hard. That's really nice. That's really, really nice. Well, actually, all the Taoists right now are doing that too. So, then we have the Angry Wave. Stuns the target for 1 turn if the target is under an attack speed decreasing effect. For water. Oh, for the water and the dark one. The water and the dark ones. Okay, but no one's really building them. But stuns when they're under attacks. So you could do AoE, you could do Shannon. You could pair them with Shannon, like the water or the dark one. You could pair them with Shannon, decrease attack speed for TOA, decrease attack speed, and then the additional effect would be to just use Shannon and your water or dark Taoist, and that's an AoE stun right there, baby. AoE stun, baby. All right. That's not a bad combo. Not a bad combo. Then we have Flame of Ascension for the fire one additional effect. Each attack is a 32% chance to increase the target's cooldown for 1 turn. Okay. The fire one wasn't really an exciting monster before anyway. Water Howl skill now removes 2 harmful effects when an ally on all allies instead of 1. Nice. Makes him even better for dragons, better for rage. Oh my god, raids. The fire one, dispel attack skill will now remove up to something harmful effects instead of up to 5 instead of 4. And then the light Undine, absolute defense. Additional effect removes 2 harmful effects on the ally target and grants invincibility. It stopped them from dying from 3 turns. Now, it removes 2 harmful effects and grants. Well, it's still invincibility. Okay. I for some reason I thought that was immunity. No, it's still invincibility, but removes harmful effects too. Okay. Fire Sylphid. Oh, Fire Sylphid. Sacrifice passive skill will not activate even when you die from continuous damage, bomb damage, reflect damage, etc. Okay. They just keep having to bomb the Fire Sylphid. Buff the Fire Sylphid over and over and over again. One day she's just gonna be OP. One day the Fire Sylphid is just gonna be like, oh my god, the next Chasun. Because they're just gonna keep having to buff her and buff her and buff her and buff her, and then she's gonna have like every skill in the game. So we have stats. Change to fit HP type monster for the Wind Vagabond. I'm down here right now, guys. I don't know what's happening with Reflector. I'm using Reflector today because I thought it was going to be easier to read, but it's still so hard to read. For real. Okay, new leader skills. New leader skills! Death Knight leader skill. Oh, shit. Oh my god, yes. I'm excited now. Okay, Death Knight, Water Death Knight. Defensive ally monsters increased by 25%. Yes! Yes! Oh, this is great for raids. Great for raids. They made him even better for raids. Now I don't need to use Orion for raids, because in raids I think the 3 best leader skills are... Well, actually, defense I think is the best one. Defense and resistance are the best. And then speed is great. And then accuracy is okay. HP is great. It's usually the ones that work the best seem to be defense, HP, resistance. So those seem to be the 3, and I always have to bring my Orion, which is not a bad thing. He does defense break on 2 of his skills, and he gets an additional violent proc with his first skill, and he's an attack bar buff monster, and does the disturb HP recovery. But now I don't have to bring him if I don't want to for the defense leader skill. It's really, really, really good. I really, really, really like that. Really, really. Oh man, thank you, ComTwist. That's really good. Okay, definitely awesome. I'm very excited about that. Can you guys tell? Defense, the fire one as well. Arnold defense is increased by 25%. Great as well. Nice. Wind Death Knight, Brian resistance is increased by 30%. Beautiful, beautiful. These Death Knights are now built for raids. Light one, attack speed increased by 19%. Also good, also good. I don't think the light one is really that good for raids. I still wouldn't put him in the raids. But At least he's got the attack speed buff as well. That's a global attack speed buff, which is nice. And then the dark one has resistance as well. Oh my god. Contuish legit just made raids actually easier. A lot easier just by those Death Knight leader skills, because you see Death Knights in all the good raid teams have Death Knights in them. Or at least all the... I'm sure some people don't use Death Knights, but there's like 90% of raid teams have Death Knights in them. The pretty good ones anyway. So wow. That's great. Not the light Death Knight. You know, he's not really for raids. But resistance and defense leader skills for Death Knights. Thank you. Oh my god. Then we have Rakshasa leader skills. Hold up. I got 3 of these girls. Resistance of ally monsters increased by 30% for the no, sorry, my bad. I'm reading the wrong one. Water Rakshasa attack power increased by 25%. Okay, not bad. Not as game changing as the Death Knights though, for where they're used anyway. It's not bad, but it's just not as crazy. Then we have the Fire one. Crit rate of monsters increased by 19%. Okay. Then we have Wind Rakshasa attack power increased by 25%. Light one crit rate by 19%. Dark one attack power increased by 25%. At least they're, they buffed them. I don't think they really needed to be buffed. I don't think they were bad monsters. That just makes them stronger attack power, stronger attack monsters. Okay, now we have the Cowgirl leader skill increases the attack power by 21% in dungeons. For those of you that are using a mixed Necropolis team, it might be nice. I use Ryan as a leader right now, who's got a little bit better of a leader skill. But if I wasn't using him, then at least the Water Cowgirl could be the leader. The Fire Cowgirl has attack power increase in arena. Wind Cowgirl is attack power increased in guild battles, and Dark Cowgirl attack power of all ally monsters increased everywhere, global. But it's a small percent though. It's a small percent. AI of some monsters have been improved. Beast Monk's Defend is not going to be used when the monster's HP is low. So if Chandra is going to be low on HP, she's not going to start defending other monsters. She's going to be like, screw you guys. I'm not taking the damage for you, bitch. Ninetail Foxfire and Dark Enchant. AI will no longer use the skill in dungeons that are immune to the effect. Okay. Dark Sylph Nightfall will not use it on the bosses. Okay. Because you can't sleep the bosses, you can't sleep the towers. Mermaid, same thing, the same sleep thing. Okay, so these are just changes to make them better against the bosses. Taunt, same thing with the Frankenstein. Dark Mermaid Serenity, the AI will now attempt to heal according to the ally's HP situation, so we're gonna have to see that. Light Oracle, which everyone has. AI will now use the skill more even based on how many harmful effects are on the allies. Okay. Skill description. The skill description has been revised. I'm already so far down you guys can't even see. I'm sorry. What? My god, so much words. Neostem Fighter, combat knife swings a dagger to attack the enemies and 2 times subsequently increases your attack power for 2 turns. Neostem Fighter, Neostem Agent attacks 2 times. Is this just changing the wording on this? I think so. Attacks the enemies, freezes target for 1 turn, attacks all enemies, dealing half the damage of the initial attack and decreases the attack speed. So this isn't changing the speed. This is just changing the. This is just changing the wording. Okay, this is just changing the wording on everything. We don't really need to read that necessarily. You guys can read that if you want to. I'm not going to read. Just changing the wording on things. Some skill errors have been fixed. Revival magic. Okay, so joke. I didn't even know. No one needs. No. Why do we need to fix the Joker? So we're talking about the water Joker. Revival's magic. That sometimes he didn't get the beneficial effect, immunity, invincibility. When he revived, no one cares. No one cares. Wind Anubis, issue of beneficial effects, attack speed, attack power increase effect, not activating when being revived. has been fixed. So there's some issues with the revive code, I guess. So they fixed the revive code. Okay, so yeah, I'm just looking, I'm seeing... Yeah, they just fixed revive code. That's all I'm seeing over and over and over. Okay, then we have Phantom Thief, like on the Death Knight, the Garuda, the Mummy, the Anubis, all these monsters that have something revive, something having to do with revive. They're just fixed. Crime Alert, issue of rune effects not applying has been fixed. Oh, vampire rune effects not applying. Who has a vampire Phantom Thief? You could do vampire Phantom Thief, I guess. I didn't even know that was a bug. Wind Poliqueen, issue of shield and will runes not being removed under certain situations has been fixed. I didn't even know about that. That's a big one. That's a big bug. That's a big bug. For High Level Arena, that's a big bug. For the Wind Poliqueen, Tiana. Poisonous Teeth for all the wizard men. The lizard men. Issue of not being affected with defense decrease has been applied. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Fire Neostem Agent attack command. Oh, there we go. Oh, great. Alright, well, we're gonna have to stick something on there in post-production. You guys see probably a big face or big wiener going into my face, I guess. So we couldn't even see what it was anyway. Thank you, Reflector. Thank you for being awesome. Neostem Agent Fire. Harmful effect not being applied on the attack part of the skill has been fixed. Harmful effect removal. Okay. So they fixed harmful effect removal stuff, and they fixed revive stuff. Dark Dragon Knight. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I guess that's it, guys. So I hope that helped you understand. If you couldn't read the skills, the skill changes, because some of you can't even read those with your devices, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm sorry, I didn't do it. But I hope that at least helps you guys kind of get excited. I think the biggest thing, the biggest huge thing that I'm excited about is in my pants right now. No, the biggest huge thing I'm excited about is actually those Death Knight leader skills is amazing for raids. Amazing. Now you don't have to start building different new monsters just for the leader skills alone, which is really nice. I'm glad they come to us did that. That's the biggest things. It's the biggest things. The thing in my pants is just a small side note. Not that small? Yeah, probably. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video, hope it helps you, and as always, too much talking, Jew Bagel, too much talking. I will see you in the next video.